Hi everyone, it's Annie. I thought I'd do a quick tutorial on how I made my Planner Society Traveler's Notebook folder. Here are the things that you need. You'll need an adhesive ruler, a ruler or some kind of straight edge, an X-Acto knife, some washi, a circle hole punch, and a paper cutter. This was made out of the envelopes that our kits came in. I love everything that comes in our Planner Society kits. I hate letting anything go to waste, and so this is just such a fun way to actually use the envelopes that they come in. I do use undo to take off the stickers off of each of them so that it doesn't mess up any of the pouches. So that's just a little tip if you want to make sure that you don't hurt the pouches. But basically, I'm going to show you really quickly how I cut them down to make it look like my folder. So this was actually last month's envelope that the kit came in. Obviously, it was much bigger, and I cut it down the middle and sized it to what I wanted the folder to be for which traveler's notebook I'm using. So this is actually sized for an A6. This is the only tricky part about making it. So this is the left side of the bottom half of that actual envelope, and then this is the right half. And so here is how you want to cut. When you're cutting, you want to kind of test out the pressure of your X-Acto knife. You want to go really gently because you can always go back again, but if you cut all the way through, then your paper is obviously messed up. So you want to be very gentle when you're running the line down and trying to cut the paper. But basically, here are the cuts that you want to make. You want to make, so this folder is 2.5 inches up, and so my line, I just measure out 2.5 inches up, and what I do is I cut across this way, all the way across, and so then you'll have a flap up here, and then I cut off, I keep about 1/4 inch on this side and cut off that piece. And then after that piece is out, you'll cut out this little triangle piece just to give it kind of the folder a decorative look, and you'll go down this way. So there's that. I know this is like such a weird video. I'm sorry. I don't know how else to explain it. And then these are the pieces of paper that I chose to put inside each of the folders, and I just centered the circle punch on it and cut this part out. You obviously don't need that part. You could cut a triangle out or not cut it at all, or take one of those scissors that have like fun little angles on them and cut across so that it just kind of gives it a decorative look inside. And then at this point, you tuck this in and make sure it's tucked in all the way to the corner. And what I did this last time was I ran an adhesive ruler inside this flap so that I could secure this piece down. And then after this, I run this whole thing through a lamination machine. So it'll come out where the entire piece is flat, and the lamination machine has made it just a sturdier folder, right? And then once it's laminated, you'll want to go to the lines, and I'll show you here with my X-Acto knife of where you want to separate it so that your folder works functionally. So once it's laminated, you want to go from the point where this interior paper meets the outside paper. From here, cut lightly around this end, around the circle, and over. And then for this side, you want to come to this little corner, cut this way, cut down. Very gently, because the lamination, I used 3mm lamination, so it's really super thin. So you just want to be very gentle, like barely put any pressure in. You can just run your X-Acto knife. Oh, sorry, you don't want to go on that side, but on this one, you'll just run it really lightly across, really lightly down. So you repeat that for this side, obviously. I don't have it shown here. And then once those two pieces are laminated, I just take washi tape down the middle and washi it down here, down the middle and around the back. And so it turns out looking like this. I feel like I didn't really make any sense, but I hope that helps you all make your own folder.